Hey everyone, just wanted to make a quick video showing you how to set up a Google Ads Bing import properly. So I've already skipped through the first 4 steps. You can check those out on your own. Pretty straightforward, just choosing your Microsoft Ads account, Google Ads account, and then selecting the campaigns. The only thing that I would say is make sure you select only the search campaigns when you do your import. So once you've done your import, here are the settings that you'll want to select. So first, import the account level URL options. Second, items not previously imported into Microsoft Ads. You'll expand this selection and you'll import the following items. So campaigns, these are for new items. Campaigns, ad groups, ads, keywords, basically everything for the new campaigns except for brand suitability controls, only because there's a chance that Microsoft could override the account level brand suitability controls that they have in place by importing the Googles, because the brand suitability controls may be different. I err on the side of caution with any of these targeting imports because I've had bad experiences in the past. Targeting, initially, you're going to pull in all of the targeting parameters, pull in all new ad extensions, feeds, and then you get to except for labels and brand suitability controls. Labels, because those might be different for Bing versus Google. Brand suitability controls, because I just like to err on the side of caution with importing audience and content filtering features into Bing. Usually if the features don't exactly coincide, Bing will use it as an opportunity to implement its own default features. Targeting, import everything. Ad extensions, all new ad extensions. Feed, sure, why not? I don't usually use these, but for larger brands, probably makes sense. Then you get to the same, more or less, options for updating existing items. For updates to existing items, you have more or less the same options as new items, but you aren't going to want to select all of the same settings, because selecting those settings may overwrite changes and optimizations that you've made within Bing that may be different than the Google interface. So here are the edits that I like to settings that I like to use. For campaign settings, negative keyword lists, negative sites, campaign and ad group languages, product filters. Actually, probably remove negative sites because there's a chance it might overwrite the negative sites we already have in place, which are an important feature in Bing exclusions. I'll add a link to another video at the end of this one, breaking that down. Campaign and ad group languages, sure, I don't see any problems there. Product filters, that's okay. Targeting, we will uncheck. Ad extensions, we will uncheck. We do not want to necessarily pause the same extensions that we have for Google in Bing. Feed, sure, and that's it. So then you get to the next section. Tag, associate the following UET tag, but you'll usually create a new one. You can just call it Microsoft UET tag -Imploding. Set unknown ad group bids to the recommended value for Microsoft advertising. That you will, I think, uncheck. Yeah, we'll go with uncheck there. You can always update the ad group bids afterwards. Customize bids for Microsoft Ads. You're going to want to update the bids manually after you import your campaigns, but for bids and budgets, you can decrease by 50% to start Increase campaign budgets to the minimum for Microsoft ads. Nope. Update bid strategies. Definitely not. You're going to use different bid strategies in Microsoft ads a lot of the time, because the whole value of Microsoft ads is maintaining low CPCs. Therefore, you want to enable a bid strategy that utilizes low CPCs, like max clicks with a CPC max bid cap. That's usually my go-to. Customize budgets for Microsoft ads. Yes, decrease by, I guess, 50%. You definitely want to make sure that the campaigns, you don't want to update existing budgets for sure. You want to make sure the campaigns are paused so you can tweak the budgets yourself after import. Do not import negative bid modifiers for desktop. No, we'll uncheck that. Product group bids, not super important. Now you have the tracking templates. You want to find and replace whatever you use for source in your tracking templates, whether it's Google or AdWords, and replace that with Bing. You'll also want to review your tracking templates at every level after the import to just make sure that everything's correct. So find and replace AdWords with Bing. I use AdWords, so that's the setting I'm using. Pause newly imported campaigns. Do not update existing campaign names. Okay. I will enable that because I know that this particular client did not enable that originally. So I'll be wanting to update the campaign names, but you can use whatever option you want there. That could get annoying if you have a schedule import and your Bing campaign names are updating randomly. But usually people don't change the campaign names very often, so it's probably not a huge deal. Include paused campaigns. No, I'm not going to do that because this client has a lot of paused campaigns and we just don't need them. I use this setting for ad scheduling. Use ad viewers time zone for ad scheduling. Find and replace text in each campaign name. So my campaigns start with search space dash space and then rest of the campaign name. I want it to be clear that Bing is the platform here, so we'll update it to search, from search to Bing dash search at the beginning of the campaign name. Pause campaigns when imported location targeting are unsupported. Bing really likes to re-enable the location expansion setting, same setting that you see in Google. So you definitely want to keep this selected and you want to review that setting if you ever do another import. Pause audience campaign ad groups when all imported audience targets are unsupported. So audience campaigns are basically display expansion for Bing. So select this because you want to pause audience campaign ad groups regardless. Do not expand unsupported location targets. That, once again, you just don't want to enable any setting that allows Bing to expand outside of your location target. So, okay, now we can go ahead and click continue. Yes, I need a description. That's fine. Do run now. I usually go Sunday at midnight, email the changes, and that's it. There's a lot of things you have to do aside from this before you enable campaigns. I'm going to continue to add videos showing you how to exclude partner sites, fix the location expansion feature in Bing, update content suitability settings, etc. But yeah, this is the first step, importing your information from Google Ads. So hopefully all of that made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video useful. Cheers.